Here we
Hey,
talk about thanks for ruining things. I'm one of your hosts, Astro.
and Mars.
And yeah, so before we get into today's topic, just want to say thank you. This is the first episode. We had like an ordeal, but we're here. And
Yeah.
we really want you guys to enjoy. And before we, really get to starting, for you,
What?
how are you, Mars?
Oh, nah. I didn't know because you cut off. I really didn't. I didn't hear you. So,
Oh,
I am good. I'm excited for the holidays because winter. First of all, actually, I don't like winter, but I do like the week I get off from Christmas to New Year's. So,
yeah, that's when I was in school. That week was great, and then when you get to college, it's a month. So
oh,
to go back around on my birthday, that was perfect because my birthday is the end of January. So I was like, that's perfect.
beautiful. That I'm telling you, that week is definitely needed because you just need to like escape. Just
And reciprocate and just relax and do all the things that you love to do.
right.
Some projects that you haven't started yet.
Exactly. Oh my god, when I tell you, well, no, yeah. Over winter break, I have a lot of side projects I've been putting off. I'm gonna start booting them up. I'm working on this episode.
And I can't wait to see them. I'm doing great.
I was gonna ask you, how are you doing?
You weren't. It's fine.
I definitely was. I was just finishing the nostalgia trip I was on. Now I'm asking you, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. And unlike you, I actually do like the winter. It's cozy season. I
No,
like
inside winter is cozy. Outside winter is
okay, yeah,
hypothermia.
because like outside is just but it was very warm today. I don't know because of global warming and all that. It's been pretty warm. So in the mornings.
That's actually crazy because I was literally talking to my friend the other day and I was like, it was mad cold when I was walking home. So then I was like, I hear all this talk about global warming on the news and online, but I'm not feeling any of the benefits. I'm cold.
It's a global warming.
It's global warming, not global cooling. It should be warmer. Thank you.
Please and thank you, / management.
Thank you. If the ice caps are gonna melt and the polar bears are gonna drown, I don't want to feel my warmth.
That's crazy. It's funny because I was actually listening to a podcast and he was like he moved from California to like Cincinnati or somewhere in Ohio, and he was just like because he used to live in Ohio. He was like, in Northern California it doesn't really get that cold, but when I got here and you can smell the crispness of the cold air, like he was like there was nothing like it. He was like, I'll probably get sick of it in a week, but it was such a good feeling. I was just like, I feel that. I do. I don't like staying outside that long in the cold. I don't like staying outside that long in the heat, but those brief seconds when it's enjoyable, it's great.
Right. Yeah, it has its days. Now, can the ice caps melt already and I can have my warm winters? Thank you. That was a joke, by the way, for any of someone who likes the environment. That was a joke. So,
yeah, who don't? We're joking. Like maybe 90% of the time it's gonna be joking.
Hashtag please don't cancel me.
But, yeah. Glad that we're doing good. I guess we can. It's not a segue, but we could get into the topic of today of Twitter. Thank you for ruining Twitter.
Right. And for those out there, I will never ever call it X. If you ever catch me calling it X, please X me out of life. Okay? No.
Nah, bro. We can't be calling it X. It's forever Twitter. You can't catch me calling it X. And every time
Never.
I have to download it back on my phone or look for it, it's going to always be Twitter. They always put on the app store X Twitter. I'm like, no, it's just Twitter.
It's just Twitter.
It's just Twitter.
That poor blue bird did nothing wrong.
He just changed it to this boring. You know what? We're going
off topic, but I'm just saying the name is dumb.
It is pretty dumb. I don't know what's with oh boy wanting to name everything X, but he does it.
Right.
And
we got X, we got space X. Like, what's next?
What is next? Can you relax?
Speaking of oh boy, I want to talk about some of the changes that he's made to the platform. for better or for worse, mainly for worse or only for worse, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, first off, we have him inviting some of the banned people back on Twitter. How do you feel about that?
So okay, so I think because he's a new owner, he is allowed to do that, although I don't particularly agree with it. But because he's a new owner, there's probably new terms and conditions, new guidelines, and he can just invite people who was banned before back on the platform and stuff like that because it's his now. So I didn't buy it. So I genuinely cannot tell him what to do with his own platform that he brought from that guy. What's his name? Who owned Twitter before?
Hold up, let me Google it.
But yeah,
where's the thing with the thing?
It was Jason something, Jack
Who
something.
owned Twitter? No, before Elon.
Jack Dorsey.
What kind of name is Jack Dorsey?
I don't know, but I knew it was Jay something. But he also owned it along with some guys named Noah Glass, Biz Stone, and Evan Williams. And they launched.
What is the
2006.
The only guy with a normal weapon?
I said they launched Twitter in 2006, which is interesting.
Yeah. There's only one person on that list of names that has a close to normal name. Because Dorsey, interesting. Glass, okay. Stone, Biz Stone, okay. Your mom has some interesting choices. Anyway, yeah, it is his platform. However, those people were banned for a reason.
They were banned for a reason, and it was very problematic reasons.
Exactly. Like, how do you feel like, for example, let's take a person who I particularly do not care for, but you know what? You can have your own opinion too. I'm not the boss of nobody. But how do you feel that Andrew Tate is now back?
So, words can't express how much I loathe that man. I don't think about him often, but whenever people put him in my face, I get a visceral reaction just hearing his name, just like seeing his face. It's a very, very negative reaction that comes out of me because I hate him. I hate him. I feel like I don't think he's single-handedly responsible for the incels that are in the youth nowadays, but I think he plays a big part as to why they're incels in the youth.
Definitely. Like he kind of like revitalized the community.
Yeah, and he's kind of made it okay to be that way. He was like, it's okay to be trash.
Right.
Like, and even if he had, sorry, continue.
No, you're good.
Okay. I was gonna say, even if he had like maybe good points here or there, it was drowned out by all of the negative stuff that he would say. And I never personally listened to his content or stuff like that to even point out any good points that he had. Because if he did, I don't know about them.
Literally. I've never listened. I've only seen snippets for it, like, not against my will. Have you? Like invading my page. Like, what are you doing here? Please leave. Please leave. But I never really seen, and I don't even know where to watch him. But if you're watching this and you do know, please do feel free to comment that we are wrong. I will promise that I will read it. I might not listen, but I will read it.
If you are a fan of him, for real, no hate over here.
No hate.
Everyone is welcome.
Almost.
No hate over here. But I just genuinely want to know what about him is so intriguing to people, because to me he's doesn't give off charismatic. He doesn't give off confident. He kind of look kind of mousy to me. He kind of looks like he's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it other than like he gives me nothing. Like he's nothing in a personified form.
But you know what? He did give us one thing. He got in a little bit of like a little Twitter battle between him and this girl. I forgot her name. If I can find the tweets, I will include a picture of them because they're so funny. All I know is that this man got like owned by this girl twice.
Are you talking about Greta Thunberg?
I think so. It was, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, because I remember he said something and the way she responded back to him was so funny. I don't remember what the tweets were, but I remember laughing, and that's all I matters.
Right? Like, how did that even happen? That's just embarrassing. I'm telling you right now, if something like that ever happened to me, you would never see me again.
Yes, and he like 30, 40. She's like 20, 21 maybe. Like, how you gonna get by someone like much younger than you? That's crazy.
Right. Oh my god. Wait, I need to find the tweets now because they're so. Oh my god. So here it is. Andrew Tate at Greta Thunberg. I have 33 cars. My Bugatti has a W16 8.0L quad turbo. Listen, I don't know cars. If anyone wants to explain to me what that means, please go ahead.
You know,
I have no idea.
neither do I.
Right. My two, in all caps, Ferrari 812. You know what? I'm not gonna try to pronounce that word. He has two Ferraris though. That was the point. And that's just the start. Please provide your email address so I can send a complete list of my car collection and the respective enormous emissions. Okay, now he's bragging about polluting the environment. Go ahead, do what you want to do. At the end of the day, it makes my day warmer. So go ahead. I'm gonna stop with these jokes because I think I'm serious. I'm serious. I promise I'm not.
Like, I'm serious.
I just like the winter, okay? And then Greta tweets back, yes, please do enlighten me. Email at smallenergy@getalife.com.
That's something I remember. I was like, I knew it was something about emails.
I'm sorry. If you get owned that badly, just give up. Just give up.
That's hilarious.
Just give up. Oh my god, I might have to bleep out what I just said about the email because YouTube ain't gonna like that.
No, they're definitely gonna be like you can't be saying that. You gotta be family friendly on YouTube, which is weird.
Which I mean, like, yeah, I'm gonna save it for another episode. But YouTube definitely has its problems with other creators. Okay,
boom, especially like gearing towards more of an adult audience, because you have kids who watch YouTube. But that's why you create kids sections on things,
right? Like YouTube Kids.
Yeah, like.
But to not get off topic because that's for a future episode. Exactly. Foreshadowing right there.
It's probably gonna be
yeah, definitely, most definitely. But to be more on topic, yeah, as I was saying, like probably 20 minutes ago, I'm honestly not sure. I would say that these people have been banned for a reason, and they should probably stay banned if the previous owner, the previous board, thought that they have violated the terms of service of Twitter enough to be permanently banned. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I feel that too. Because obviously, like you said, they've been banned for a reason. But like we also said, like it's his platform. He can do what he wants on it. And unfortunately, that means inviting people who are very unfavorable and pass on very harmful things to, especially to young people. Like that's the biggest thing. He passes on to young people because
they're young, impressionable people.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Also, another point, oh my god, wow, I am too young for my mind to be blanking like this. That is concerning. That's crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say, when he bought Twitter, he was like, I'm a free speech advocate or whatever. Well, I wasn't really listening because I don't like listening to man babies. But yeah, he's like, I'm all about free speech and stuff. And then, and now he removed a lot of like the violations for hate speech, and now Twitter is a cesspool for hate speech. How do you feel about that?
My god, it's like getting into hate speech. It's not just hate speech where people being racist and bigoted and everything else like that. That's hate speech in Rome, but people are just mean. Like
people are mean for no reason. Also, I don't understand what
I said. People are so mean, but continue.
Oh yeah, they're really mean. But here's another thing, because I be like on Twitter for whatever reason. Sometimes curiosity gets the best of me, and I go on Twitter and I'm like going through the comments. And I'm just met with like a slur right in my face, and I'm like, whoa!
I'm like, y'all just be spewing slurs here. You say this here, like
right,
like relax.
Let's calm it down. Let's tone it back. You're up here. You need to be all the way down there. Let's not do that.
All the way down there. Let's take it several steps back. But yeah, literally. It's just been a cesspool for a lot of hatred, a lot of bigotry and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And it's only gonna get worse because people feel when people have the power to say what they want to say, especially since Twitter, all social media platforms basically give you anonymity. If you don't have your profile pic, like you can literally just be on social media and act a fool because no one knows who you are for real. But
Exactly.
people don't realize that the internet is forever, and the fact that you can have linked accounts, people can trace your IP addresses and all that stuff. Like you're not as incognito as you think you are. So it doesn't matter if you don't have your profile picture up there. It doesn't matter that you didn't link your Instagram to your Facebook and vice versa, whatever. People are going to find out who you are regardless. Because I've seen people find out. I don't know if you remember this video, but there was this video of this guy who was playing his piano in public, and this girl came and she smacked the piano.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
allegedly stole money from a tip jar. I remember seeing.
Yeah, and guess what the internet did? Found her.
And there are some people on the internet who should genuinely go work for the FBI because what are you doing?
Because they found her like that, and I was like, oh, and then eventually when they found her, they tagged her, and I was like, oh,
That's kind of creepy.
I was like, that is insane. But
it's completely insane.
But if you're even on the internet, even though her face was there, it was still like very grainy and stuff like that. So I don't even know how they did it, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to include the link to TikTok or anything. For the simple reason is I don't want to spread any like hate or anything. Even though it's a pretty old, I don't know how old it is, but it's pretty, relatively speaking for the internet, an old topic. I don't want to start anything. So sorry, y'all.
Yeah, exactly. But that was just an example of people being FBI agents and how you're not really that incognito on the internet if you think you are, because people will find out who you are. But people think they're incognito, so they feel more emboldened to say some hateful stuff. And then
exactly. And also on topic of that, here's the thing that I actually personally really feel, even like outside of Twitter and online, when it comes to slurs, because again I've seen so many on Twitter, it's honestly not that hard to find. Let's not say them. Let's just not. I shouldn't be that hard. I don't know what about slurs is appealing to people, but let's just not. Let's just not.
Because depending on where you are, the slur changes and stuff like that. So in the world, I should say, because some things that are slurs in other countries are not slurs in another one. So I think definitely people have to be careful with the words they say. But there are some people who just generally don't want to be careful. They want to say whatever they want to say slurs, and get away with it because they're just like, I have a right to say things that come out of my mouth because it's my mouth. And I'm just like, well, yeah, but you can hurt somebody in the process, and people generally just don't care about that. And Twitter is just a cesspool of people who do not care and who just lack a lot of compassion and empathy. I think people just lack a lot of empathy.
Yeah, and then they all go on this one app, they go on Twitter, and then there's they have to voice their opinion that no one asked for.
Because I'm just like, shut up. Why are you on your... First of all, there are too many people who be on their soapbox but don't practice that morality in their everyday lives. There are too many people who are just hateful to one another. Like, you do one wrong thing, all of a sudden you are the worst person in the world. It could be so minute, and people will just be like, oh, I did it. Shut up. If it's not as big as murdering someone, having predatory behavior, grooming and stuff like that, then I don't see the need to get angry at people.
Yeah, here's the thing. If you wouldn't say it to them in person, don't say it online.
Don't say it online. But then I don't practice what I preach. I'm completely honest with you, because on Instagram I've been arguing with people left, right, and center. So
oh no, I'm the exact opposite. Well, no, I don't argue with people, but I will argue with you in person, on FaceTime, or online. All right, if I think what you're saying is strong enough for me to argue with you, I don't care where you are. It could be in a Walmart. I'm fighting you with my words, not physically, because we don't do that. I don't condone violence. I'm arguing with you.
It's wrong. But I will also argue with you in person too. So it's just on Instagram or even on Twitter. Sometimes I be going back and forth with people because people just say stupid things, and I'm just like, the lack of knowledge that you have on the subject and the fact that you feel the need to voice your opinion is crazy. Because sometimes people lack of knowledge be funny.
Sometimes it is funny. Sometimes it's genuinely funny.
So funny. Sometimes it be very genuinely concerning. I'm like, oh, so this is not common knowledge for me?
And this goes back to the thing. Google is free. And we should use it.
Free 99. It's free 99. It's
It's
free
so free.
second hour.
If you don't want to use Google, you can use Microsoft or any other web browser. And no, this video isn't sponsored. I wish it was, but just go out there and find what you like.
You know, you can use an encyclopedia too. If you want to go back to the olden days, go ahead, pull out an encyclopedia. The information might be outdated, but it's still some information in there that is still true today. So, you know.
Yeah, just before you go out there, spend the next 20 seconds just considering, is what I'm saying some BS or is it true?
Exactly.
And then consider, would I say this to them in person or am I just being a little bit too much right now?
Exactly. So, like, you know, and that's the, what was I going to say? Yeah, and that's the thing about people. They do not think before they speak. And it's funny because, you know, Twitter, you're not speaking. So Twitter, you're typing, right? So if you're typing
no, actually, Twitter has a new podcast thing called Spaces. So some people like
speak on there.
I don't go on there. It freaks me out.
No, it's accessible. But if you're like tweeting, like actual typing a tweet, you still are rereading it before you send it. So I'm so confused why the rereading process is out of people when they send their tweets.
Exactly.
Like you don't proofread, you don't think, hey, maybe this won't hurt nobody, and then you just tweet it anyway, and then it ends up hurting a lot of people, and you're just like, well.
Well, yeah. I mean, some people just be ignorant, and honestly, it just so happens that they congregate on Twitter and other platforms too.
And other platforms, like I think Instagram's getting really big in the whole people congregating on like cesspool places. Facebook is really, really big.
God. You will never catch me on Facebook if I ever say, hey, I'm opening a Facebook account that's either A, someone who stole my identity, B, I have gone crazy and I'm now on Facebook. Either or, probably both.
That's fair. That's honestly fair. I have one. I forgot why I have one, but I do have one, and I've had one for a few years now, and I don't use it because I don't care about Facebook. Like that, out of all my social media accounts, that is one that is the least used, if at all. Like, but yeah, like going back to Twitter, it's definitely one of those things where people lack that proofreading skill, and that's why a lot of celebrities and stuff like that have gotten canceled for their tweets, and they're like you know, for the words that they said. But how do you feel about like celebrities being canceled for their tweets? Like, what do you think about that?
Let me see. You see, it really does depend on what they say and sometimes the context behind it, because, you know, nuance is a thing and it's definitely important when it comes to things like that. So it would definitely depend on what's said, why it's being said, and, you know, like the story behind it. So, well, could you give an example maybe?
Like, let me think. Kevin Hart's homophobic tweets.
Okay, yeah, you see that? Oh wow, that was like ridiculously fast. My bad. My speech impediment is it likes to manifest sometimes. Wow, that was fast. I didn't even know what I said.
It's okay. Oh you got this. You know.
Wow, that was bad. Yeah, the homophobic tweets. You see, I don't. They're a bit older, aren't they?
Yeah. That's what got him canceled from hosting the 2019 Oscars. Let me see.
Yeah, I remember. I forgot what they exactly said, but I do remember hearing about them. And I know that he made an appearance on what's the Ellen show?
Yeah.
And then she made some comment about it that I did not like. That's what I remember from that.
What did he say? Do you remember?
Oh, it was just like a snide comment. If I can find it, I will definitely like include it in the video. If I can't, then disregard what I said. But I just remember like seeing it somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it now. But yeah. Definitely for that. Like, here's my thing. You can have your opinion. Here's my thing in general, especially when it comes to like social media and Twitter. If you can have your opinion, for example, if you don't like gay people, which is weird because like, what did they do to you? But if you don't support the gays, then that's your belief. All right, I'm not gonna like pull up to your house and force you to be supportive of someone. I can't do that. I mean, it would be great, but I can't do that. But yeah, I can't like force you. But you know what? You have your opinion. Keep it to yourself. Don't tweet about it. I don't see the point. If you have your opinion, if you don't support this or support that, keep it to yourself. And to be honest, don't force people to take your opinion. For example, again, if you don't support, being gay, guess what? Don't be gay. I promise you, no one is trying to convert you to be gay. I don't think they care that much. All right. Yeah. But like, yeah, you know what I mean? Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, I feel that, especially with people not really supporting the gays. Quite frankly, it's like I'm on the fence about that, even because it's like you said, like why does it matter to you?
Right. People seem to be really like adamant about that on Twitter. I don't know why.
Especially like religious Twitter. I'm just like, yo, shut
Oh,
up.
I don't know how, but I was scrolling one day and I ended up on the wrong side of Twitter. And the way I had to backtrack, I was like, how did I end up here?
I hate ending up on the wrong side of Twitter. That's another thing about Twitter and YouTube for that matter. You end up on the wrong side of things.
Oh my God. Recently, not to go too off topic, but I'm on YouTube. I'm just scrolling. I ended up on conservative Twitter. I was like, what did I get here? I mean, conservative YouTube. When did I get here? When did I get here? And how do I get back?
Yeah, it'd be a scary place too.
Literally.
But
And
like,
then, what?
no, what were you gonna say? Sorry.
Oh no, and then YouTube has the nerve to throw it in my face talking about based off of what you watch. What did I watch? What did I watch?
So much.
Like it's literally like because you liked this, and then the title will be why conservatives are now marginalized, which I know is a video. I've seen that video. I didn't click on it. I watched it through someone else reacting to it because I'm not going to give you the view. But I was like, let's not watch that. Go back to the light.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Twitter and their messages. No, because like you said, going on the wrong side of things can be scary. But like, yeah, Twitter and celebrities and back on topic. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
But Twitter and celebrities.
Yeah, I
and
definitely feel like celebrities should be held accountable for what they say. You also have, I'm pretty sure, I don't know how it works. I'm not a celebrity, caught me. But I know some celebrities, like certain accounts, aren't like controlled directly by them. They have like a whole team for that. I don't know how that works. I don't know. But yeah, but I definitely feel like they should be held accountable for what they said, just as every other person would. And sometimes even a bit more because celebrities have to acknowledge the fact that the things they say can influence the opinions of their most diehard fans. You know what I mean? They have an influence on other people that they should be aware of before putting whatever they put out into the world. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I would say that too. And especially like if like the thing about like especially with like celebrities and revealing their past and stuff like that is like I'm all for holding celebrities accountable and for what they said in the past and their past tweets and behavior and stuff like that. I'm all for holding them accountable for it. I personally don't like the mob mentality that people tend to get when it happens.
True.
That really makes holding them accountable kind of feel icky because I'm just like I don't want to dogpile on people. I just want to say, hey, what you said was hurtful and wrong, and you should apologize for it, or you shouldn't have said it in the first place, or something like that. Because even though there are people, and people say things that they don't mean, or people say things that was a spirit of the moment, or people say things that they think is okay and stuff like that, and they learn and they can grow and do better. Like that's the whole idea of holding people accountable, is to make sure that they can learn, grow, and do better. And sometimes some things they do though can be very unforgivable. So some people may be able to forgive you, some people may not be. But like it's still like I don't like that mob mentality where people want to dogpile them and crap on them and be like, make the memes and like I'm going to create this viral moment, because it's no longer holding someone accountable, it's creating viral moments. Like I'm going to go viral today, and like this is the topic of today, I'm going to go viral.
I definitely know what you mean. Like people will just like go on to like get views, get likes, and like for attention. So yeah, it's definitely a problem.
And I don't like, because the thing is, at the end of the day, these might be public figures. These might be people that we've seen on TV, seen on stage, heard their music and stuff like that. We don't know them. So I personally put myself in place of like celebrities, not because I'm not a celebrity either. I'm nowhere near famous, but I put myself in shoes of people because I have to, you have to gain some compassion and empathy. And I have to think like, if I said something, which you probably won't find anything because I joined Twitter in 2018. But if I said something that was hurtful and stuff like that, I obviously would want people to hold me accountable for it. but I don't like when people assume everything about that person. Like, you don't really know them. You don't know their personality. You don't know what they're like in their day-to-day lives. You don't know them. You don't know what they're going through at that moment. You don't know what's up with them. You don't know nothing about them. So I don't like the fact that people dogpile. I don't like the mob mentality dogpiling, and I don't like the assumptions of people's personalities, because I just know your music. I know your art. I know what you put out into the world. I don't know you as a person, and I'm not going to pretend like I do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, it's your opinion on how you want to handle celebrities and what they see on Twitter. How you want to handle that? That's up to you. Personal choice. I'm not gonna sit
It
here
is.
and hmm?
I said it is.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna sit here and say believe this, don't believe that. At the end of the day, it's your choice, and you have to constantly, no, that's not the word, consciously choose the message that you want to put out into the world, and into the internet and on Twitter, etc. So it's a personal choice. I leave it to you. Good day.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right, that's my PSA for today.
Yeah, because personally, like, even with some celebrities and stuff like that, I there's celebrities that I don't listen to anymore, or I don't play their music, or like really watch them anymore, or seek them out, because of the things that they've said, or because of the things that they did. And sometimes I forget that I stopped doing that, and sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I remember, I don't really listen to them, but that's just my own personal discretion. Because like you said, like, however you want to react to them, however you feel about them, that's completely and utterly valid, and stuff like that. Because, but at the end of the day, these are people, and we don't know them, and how you feel about them can be how you feel about them, but we don't know who these people are. Like, they're strangers. Like, you might again see them on your screen and stuff like that, but they are complete and utter strangers, and how you react to strangers is completely and utterly valid. Because I feel like some people act like they know these people, and it gets to the point where it becomes weird.
Yes, I know. I saw an account where it was like the celebrity. I think it was Doja Cat. Someone used her birth name as their username, and we were like, it's like, okay, that's just weird. Just
Yeah, it
weird.
gets, or like, it gets so weird, or like people trying to tell you what you should do in your life and stuff like that. Like, I may not agree with whatever you're doing, but I'm never going to tell you, hey, don't do this. I'm gonna be like, you know what, girl, you got people in your life that love you, and that's all I gotta say. Like, I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm not one of them. I just listen to your music, or I just watch whatever show you're on, or TV. Like, I generally, as a person, I don't really care about, no offense to them, but I don't really care about celebrities as a person. I'm like, as long as
damn.
I whatever you're putting out into the world, I don't care for your personality or anything like that. Like, I don't really pay attention. Sometimes I do, because sometimes the things that you say, well, I should say, I don't care about your personality or you as a person, but I do care about the negative things that you put out into the world. That's why, I don't listen to them.
I don't
Or
care about you or your personality. Create good stuff, and I'll come around.
exactly.
What you do, I don't care. You could be the nicest person. I don't give a nope.
I don't care. I don't care at all, because I
I
don't.
don't care
So
about
sorry.
you.
God
I,
bless.
the moment you put out a bad album, I'm ditching you.
I'm done. Like, oh, this album trash, gotta go. Oh, this
I,
TV show trash, gotta go.
I will be gone yesterday. I will be gone the day before. You'll never see me. It's crazy.
But yeah,
At the end of the day, again, Twitter. I feel like Twitter. I don't know if it was ever good, but I think it's worse off than when it started. To be honest.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I don't know if it was ever good. Like I said, I joined in 2018, and when it was out, I had to be what, like 6? Not 6. So if I was 6, I'd be born in 2006. I was like 8 when it was first deciding to like come to the forefront and be out and stuff like that. And when it was created, I should say. So I don't know what it was like in the past. I will never know what it was like in the past, because I wasn't there. So
Right.
like, cognitively, like, I wasn't on there. And in 2018, it was pretty bad, and then 2019, it was still pretty bad. 2020, until now, it's like, oh wow, this platform is just like a cesspool of strangers
Right.
being terrible people. And it's like the thing is, Twitter is not all negative, because sometimes I go on Twitter and I have a really, really good laugh, because some people are
Same.
just so funny.
Yeah, some people are just really good. Some people put out positivity. Some people are just funny. And I do be having some laughs on Twitter. But I will say, I have never and will never go on Twitter seeking a laugh. Like, it just, thought never comes.
No, because I'm just like, oh, I want to laugh at something. Let me go on Twitter. No, I would just watch something that.
Right. The thought to go on
I,
Twitter to laugh will never spawn on my
no,
brain.
never occurs to me. Even going on some social media sites, I'd be like, the thought to go on here to laugh is not something that happens. But you know, you run into that good meme or you run into that good tweet that just gets you, and you're just like, it's such a blessing when you run into it because you're just like, oh, a great fill of the chemicals in my brain. It's just my dopamine just skyrocketed just reading that.
Right. Well, no,
Like,
yeah, to kind of like wrap things off, I do want to say on Twitter, people have the urge, I don't know like what compels them, but people have the urge to just say something. Instead of just keeping on scrolling, they have to be like, oh, I must give my opinion that was unasked for. Let me go in. Like, no, babes. You can keep scrolling. You can go, actually.
right?
You can go. No, I promise you, no one asked for your opinion, and if they did, you're probably imagining it because no one asked for it.
Exactly. I'm like, don't put your opinion out there if no one. I can't even say that because it's free speech. You can do whatever you want. You know what? Do whatever you want, but sometimes you just gotta realize you gotta look at objectively at what you're doing. Am I writing really gonna help somebody? Am I writing really gonna help me? Like, what is this tweet gonna really do?
Exactly. I feel like this episode is a little long, and I'm very lazy, and I feel like editing anything over an hour. So, is there anything more that you want to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna read my like two favorite tweets. One came out of this year. If you remember that incident that happened with the Titanic and the submarine, there was a tweet that someone said. They were just like, this is when we thought they were running out of oxygen. So they were just like, how can they run out of oxygen when they can just breathe it back out?
What? There's no way that's real. I need you to send that to me.
That is a real tweet that someone said. Someone said
I need to include that in the video. I need that. Oh my god, no, because the I don't want to call anyone stupid, but the stupidity required to actually think that that's not how breathing works. It's not how air works.
It's not how air works, but it was so funny. I laughed at that for a literal 2 days.
That has to be satire. That has to be satire.
No, I think this person was dead.
Babes,
and then
that's how air works.
And then there was another tweet. It's like a tweet. Someone responded to it. I can't find it, but I remember it because it made me laugh so hard. But what was it? This guy said, "No offense, but if I was," it was so stupid. He was like, "No offense, but if I was in Afghanistan, I would be ducking and dodging bullets. They would not catch me." And then this veteran responded to him. He was just like, "I lost my leg and my eye to the war." He was like, "You don't know what you're talking about." And the person said, "Rest in peace to your eye, but I'm built different."
Oh god. Oh my gosh. That is crazy.
It's insane. I was like, "Not rest in peace to your eye, but I'm built different."
Unhinged. That is unhinged.
That is so unhinged. Because I was like, it took me off guard.
Rest in peace to your. Oh
I found
God.
it. I found the tweet. This person, they say, if I was in Afghanistan, I would have stopped ISIS. And this person was like, "I was a Navy SEAL deployed in Afghanistan and lost my right eye to an improvised explosive device. You have no idea what you're talking about. Rest in peace to your eye, but I'm different."
That's crazy.
It's insane.
Personally, me personally, I would not take that level of disrespect. I'm gonna send them the Twitter FBI after you, and we're gonna have to throw some hands because there's no way you said that to me. I done lost my eye and my arm, and you're gonna be like, "I'm built different."
I'm built different. It's a rest in peace to your eye, but I'm different. Like,
that is
what
crazy.
About?
That's absolutely crazy.
Oh, it's insane. It's insane the amount of stuff people be saying on this app. I swear.
Like, someone said that with the straight. Someone said that, read it, posted it and then read it again. I know they did, and they decided it was fine.
Exactly. I found both tweets too. How are they running out of oxygen if they're breathing human packets?
That was just funny, and I'm convinced it's satire because if it's not, then I have lost all faith in humanity.
George Bush, you will pay for your crimes.
Oh my god.
You will pay for your crimes.
That is insane.
But yeah, we should wrap up.
Yeah, to wrap it up on a pretty lighthearted note, I would say that is honestly crazy, and you can find ranges of content on Twitter. That's one thing you can do. You're not going to deny that. But if you made it this far into the episode, I thank you so much. I'm telling you right now, it's appreciated, especially after we had issues with some technical issues before. So,
Difficult guests.
yes, if this video did go up and you're watching it and you made it all the way here somehow, I thank you. If you want to help us make more content like this, then please give us a like, a comment, and maybe a subscription too. I don't know if I'm pushing it, but I would appreciate that too. Thank you so much for watching. This is TFR, and see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.